Sorry about that. Hello. How I should be doing this fine evening. I hope you're doing well. I'm all overexposed, I think. Again, all the light, there's something. Okay, that's. There we go. I think I have enough natural light so that I don't need extra lights. I have a big ass ring light, to my front right. The beer for today is a Danish beer, I think. It's a Kvæfjord style imperial pastry stout. It's a curious one. So it's unfiltered and unpasteurized. Um, it includes um, all kinds of things. Um, there's a Kvæfjord cake, which is a Norwegian kind of cake. You know, some parts of it. It has water, malt, four kinds of malt, um, barley malt, uh, wheat malt, white sugar, lactose, uh, vanilla extract, almond extract, and what is it? Hop. Yes. Hmm. Really good. I like it. Hmm. Okay, what's a little bit different with this stream uh, from this stream forward is that I'm using a what is it? What is it called in English? Hang on. Uh, a different encoder because now I have a quite a um, powerful CPU. I purchased a new one. I purchased a Ryzen 9 5950X, which is a 16 core, 32 gig, 32 thread CPU. So it would have been quite a big task for it was if I was using, streaming was big enough of a task for my previous CPU, which was a Ryzen 7 3700X, which was it's a good solid CPU. I'm not saying that, but now I have a stronger one, and I can um, use actually the CPU to use use the CPU more to for streaming, etc. And it does actually I've noticed that it actually it does make a big difference in gaming. You know, the switch from the 3700 to 5950X is it's a huge change. So the topic for today is regarding a an upcoming true crime episode, which is hang on, if you'd excuse me. Yes. So there was a Jehovah's Witness girl, a Finnish Jehovah's Witness girl, named Pia Ristikankare. She went missing back in 1988 and hasn't been heard from since. Um, she went missing from a small town called Pikia. It was just a few thousand people living there. Um, and just this year, I think it was that the police, the Finnish Central Criminal Police, which is our equivalent for the FBI, they actually raided uh, the Jehovah's the the Finnish branch the Finnish branch office the Finnish branch office of the Jehovah's Witnesses and the local Kingdom Hall. That's the Jehovah's Witnesses call their churches Kingdom Halls. So they raided the Kingdom Hall that Pia Ristakankara went to in the 80s. Now because there is now evidence, and it has been proven that Pia had been called in as a witness to a judicial committee. Now, judicial committees in the Jehovah's Witness Church or religion is a as it says judicial committee. It's basically a court, a secret court system, separate from the worldly authorities and court system. So basically, they just handle it, at least attempt to handle everything internally. Um, Anything from you could get into a judicial committee for masturbation for because it's that is a huge sin with them, um, for smoking, for drinking alcohol, premarital premarital sex, uh, etc. etc. Or just associating with the wrong folk. And if a person has been disfellowshipped or kicked out of the congregation, you are supposed to shun them. Uh, so if you associate with, I think it's that when you associate with a disfellowshipped person, you get in trouble. Now, just a moment. Okay. So, whoops. Why? do we have this? Transform, fit the screen. Oops, no. Transform, stretch the screen. Okay, better. So this is what Pia is the Conqueror looked like. Her father, what when asked, when a report, I listened to a podcast season about Pia's case. Um, when um, I think it was this particular picture uh, on the top right, the enlarged photo that was uh, given to the police, or given out by the police. Uh, Her father denied that is his daughter. That he has no idea who that girl is in the picture, but it was figured out that they figured out that this highly religious man just couldn't bear to see his daughter, his missing 15-year-old daughter, in a worldly outfit. The hair is worldly. The and that picture is cropped from a bigger picture with other people. It was the larger picture was taken during a night out with at a worldly friend's place. Uh, so and then now then, so that is curious, and they actually, I'll check what uh, the official name of National Bureau of Investigation, basically our FBI. So they obtained, well, the victim's home has been searched many times, um, but nothing has been found so far. Um, I need to check a word. Um, um, yeah, the father is, by the way, a bricklayer. So for years, it's been suspected that he had that the father has, you know, done something he shouldn't have been doing. So basically, it's a bricklayer or a mason. So Jens says religion ruining people's lives since the beginning. Exactly my thoughts. And actually, I what I have is that I have an associate. I have an associate who has um, in-depth and insider knowledge of the the inner functionings of the Jehovah's Witnesses and how they operate and why they operate like that. He has agreed to help me in building up this case for to big to a YouTube video. Now, the National Investigation Bureau has actually searched the home of the victim. The father actually still lives in the house. There are many tragedies, other tragedies. Her mom's gone, her brother's gone, her other brother's been to prison, substance abuse, every all the sorts. So they searched uh, the Kingdom Hall that the victim went to, and the Jehovah's Witnesses finished branch office archives in Vanta. So it was the small congregation that the victim went to was about. It has been disclosed that it was a small congregation that was shared by people from witnesses from two neighboring towns, and there were about 100 brothers and sisters. The lead investigator does not want to specify what exactly they were looking for, but or whether or not they found anything interesting regarding the investigation. Now, what the what they're saying is that the Jehovah's Witnesses as an organization are not suspected of any wrongdoing in this case. So and there it's this is exceptional that that a police or that a national level police organization has um, obtained a search warrant on two premises of the Jehovah's Witnesses or the Pennsylvania Bible and Tract Society, which it's the official name is something like Pennsylvania Tract and Bible Society, the head organization, but it's highly unusual that any court would actually uh, give out a search warrant for these people. Is unusual, very unusual, because usually they lawyer up, and but maybe it's a cultural thing that they, yeah. And the lead investigator doesn't, and it's been disclosed that the victim had been called in as a witness into a judicial committee regarding claims of sexual harassment of a girl in the congregation. Now, she mysteriously vanished just right before she was supposed to have testified. Well, it's not been confirmed that it has anything to connect. The official statement is that the searches do not have nothing to do with the judicial committee, but many amateur detectives do think so, and I believe some media representatives of the media do think so, that it may or may not have anything to do with it. Um, and they are, but this is bad for them because this is bad press for Jehovah's Witnesses in many ways. In many ways, because many certain things um, have been unearthed that that don't look good for them. And this is a curious case, and it has to. There has been suspect suspicions of a certain Finnish uh, sex offender, well-known sex offender, being having something to do with this, but I will get to that in the actual episode of regarding this case. And the thing is here, the thing here is that many, well, all of these newspaper articles, uh, documents, and so forth are in Finnish. There are no, to my knowledge, no other document documents in any other language other than Finnish. So I will do my. If you want to read up on this, uh, uh after the actual episode, which will be probably next week or the week after, I'll provide links, and you can then go and if you don't speak Finnish, you can then go and plug them into Google Translate if you want to read up more. This is a bit different from the case of Jennifer Fairgate, in the sense that the articles, etc., about Jennifer Fairgate are available in English. They have, well, they've been translated um, from Norwegian. I believe the original articles are in Norwegian, but the articles are regardless, and the mini documentary are available in are available also in English. The There are English subtitles to the mini documentary where French and Norwegian are spoken. So for those who don't speak neither, um, English subtitles are available to those videos. Now, because this is, well, the case of Jennifer Fairgate is um, unsolved. It's a newer case from 1994 or 95, when the when we witnessed the dawn of internet, of the World Wide Web. At least there had been some, ARPANET, etc. before that, but we witnessed the dawn of World Wide Web. So back then, so it helped. But with this case, and because Norway is much more shall we say, sexier to Western, to international media, and this case happens in a luxury hotel where um, where heads of states, prime minister, heads of governments, etc., are staying a luxury hotel. So, and this Piaristic Ankara case has never really um, gathered any international attention, just because it's Finland, a small town in Finland, 1980s, and there was a religious girl, religious teenager. So even though she was a pretty beautiful blonde white girl, the pretty white girl syndrome was never nowhere to be found. But that's how it goes. Let me. We don't. I don't have many people watching, so okay. I think I forgot. Oh, so there we go. I assume the audio and video has been okay so far, because no one has complained, at least so far. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we have here. So let me know your. So what do you think about this case? 15-year-old uh, religious girl storms out into the night, into a cold night, and is never seen again. So this is the kind of case that I'll be talking about. Which is something that would be interesting to many, I think, or at least would attract some attention um, somewhere. Okay. Okay. There is still some things I need to sort out before I do any actual streaming with the new CP, with the new uh, hardware setting. I need to do some tweaking. But hey, this was more of an informational video regarding the future. This future. Yen says, "I hope she found a new home. I fear she's in a shallow grave in a forest." Yes, there are a lot of forests. There's a lot of forests in Finland. Yeah. All right. So initially the police said that this predator that I mentioned was in prison at the time, uh, and this predator actually has a connection to this small town because his ex-wife lives there, and he was known to frequent that town every night before he went in. So he used fire. He used petrol, fire, and a barrel. So You know the you know what happens with a predator, a barrel, and fire. So the initially the police said that he was actually in prison at the time, but it has come to light that the police that that even the national police thought he was in prison, but he wasn't. Was not in prison. He was out of he was at, out of the prison. You know, with the permission, he had permission to leave the prison to go. He had somewhere to go. You know, here people can. Some people can can be given a permit. You know, to go. For example, you know, if you have a good reason, if you have to go, like if the military wants you, if the military wants to talk to you, or you know, with regarding conscriptions, or you have a family reason, like you can go to they can let you out for a day to go to a funeral, etc., etc., unsupervised. So it turns out that he was actually out of prison, unsupervised, at the time when this girl went missing. So, but this guy is, he's gone now. So he passed away some years ago. So, but I digress. I don't think he had anything to do with it, given given everything that I've read about this case. It's highly unlike. I think it's highly unlikely that this particular man has anything to do with this case. Probably not. But hey, this has been a bit longer than I thought. But anyway, there will be someone helping me with this case, um, and I will. Uh, you'll see who it is. He's a former. He's an activist in his own right. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.